You ask the questions. I make a fool of myself. You accept the answers, or else I go schizo. Is that the worst opening yet? Baka, hey, Manga Tuesday. Welcome back to Manga Tuesday, episode 144. I'm just Darcy, and today we're doing another Q&A. You know, we started doing a Q&A every year, but I skipped one last year, but then I decided to bring it back this year. And I'm greatly regretting my decision to bring it back. Can't really be bothered recording this. We actually got too many questions from too few people, if that can even make sense. And the questions we did get, as soon as they started coming in, made me regret the whole thing. Like, is that... You guys have had 2 years to come up with questions, and this is the best you come up with. In fact, most of you didn't even bother to come up with questions. So, the whole thing, I'm really dreading recording this and editing it. I was sick for a couple of weeks. I was so sick of the questions I was getting. I got physically ill. And I feel like I'm still not 100%. I've got like phlegm on my lung. I'm dying. Let's just get on with the questions. Let me pull them up here. Woody asks, "Hey, I got some questions for you. Why do you suck so much eggs, big guy?" I think he's confused. I think he must think this is a Mikey Q&A. I think that question was meant for Mikey, so maybe Mikey can answer that question in the comments. Mikey's a former Manga Tuesday Fan of the Year winner, if you don't know, and he's a big egg sucker, so we'll let him answer that question in the comments below. But please, everyone else, keep the rest of the questions to be questions that pertain to me, please. Kim asks, sort of a 2-for-1, epic mukbang incoming, and what were you eating? Well, this is in reference to the video I released asking for questions. I was eating a lolly snake, and that is not to mean an underage snake. It is to mean a confectionery candy snake that I was slurping down. But as for an epic mukbang coming, yes, that's foreshadowing. Mikey asks, what exactly attracted you to the furry life? This question was supposed to be removed. Wait. Oh, he fucked up the question, wait. Mikey asks, what exactly attracted you to the furry life? Also, what do it smell like? Well, Fury... my friend bought me the movie Fury on DVD for my 18th birthday. He gave it to me as part of a present. He also gave me a rare Pepe, and I keep in my wallet to this day. Now, later that night, a couple of my friends stayed over. They slept at my place. Most of the others left. And we watched Fury together. But I fell asleep during it a few times, so I don't think I really have been attracted to the furry life. Maybe I should give the movie another chance, but maybe I was just sleepy. Also, what do it smell like? This seems to be a reference to a question that Kang asked earlier, but because I'm answering these questions out of order, it doesn't even make sense. So I'm just going to ignore that question for now, because I don't care. Spike asks, can you please just turn into a K-pop reaction channel? I've considered it. The Luna reaction accumulated a lot of likes and a lot of intrigue, but then when I did a New Jeans reaction, not so much as intrigue. The number's not as high, so it sort of put me off of the whole K-pop thing. I'm thinking of cancelling my big K-pop album review that I purchased a physical album for to do a review of. I'm beginning to doubt the K-pop thing and people's interest in it. It seems like people are really only interested in Luna, and even then, it might have just been a one-off interest type of thing. So you people not supporting the New Jeans reaction video, you people have now affected me, and you were stopping me from becoming a K-pop reaction channel. So now it's not going to happen. The numbers ain't what they need to be. Spike asks, a bored housewife, Phyllis Dickon, seduces an insurance agent, Walter Neff, into murdering her husband for the insurance payoff. Which classic 1944 movie is this plot from? Obviously, this is from Doctor Strangelove, How I Learned to Love the Bomb. What a phenomenal movie. It's my favourite Kubrick film, Doctor Strangelove. Anyway, Kang asks, what do it smell like? We'll get back to that one later. Oh Woo asked, what happened to Narwhal? This is an interesting question because this is the person asking a question that I don't know who they are. I've got a question. Who are you, Oh Woo? First of all, which Narwhal are you talking about? Are you talking about the original Narwhal? Maybe not. Are you talking about our green-faced friend, Narwhal? Maybe so. But if you are, that means you are deeply familiar with the Manga Tuesday lore. How have you never commented before? Actually, when this comment popped up, I checked and the account was made like that day. That means you made an account to ask these questions. So is this someone that I do know, but they've made some alt account? Is this one of Kim's multiple accounts? Maybe. Or is it someone that's been silently watching Manga Tuesday every single Tuesday without even having a YouTube account, and they're such a big super fan that they made this account just to ask this question about what happened in the wall. This isn't the Q&A, we're changing it. It's a Q&A now where I ask you questions, and I'm asking you, Oru, a question, and it's who the hell are you? I need to know. I need to keep track. Listen, if I can identify you as an original, unique person and not just an alt account of someone I already know, you'll be nominated for Fan of the Year, and I will rig the votes so you win if I have to. So I need to know who Owu is. As far as what happened to Nawal, it has been a while. He did make a non-canon appearance in the I'm Just Ken cover, but that's a separate canon to the Manga Tuesday verse, so that doesn't count. But the word on the street is this is some foreshadowing that Nawal's been working on a secret project behind the scenes, so that may be seen soon. Anyway, we spent too long on this question. Owu, reveal yourself. And I'll go on to the next question. Kim asks, do you own a Grimace shirt? If not, why not? In tense. I do not own a Grimace shirt. I'm more of a hamburglar kind of guy. So, Kangaroo asks, can we get a review of your new jeans? I don't know how to break it to you, brother, but the jeans were a work. I think I was not wearing any pants at all. I was naked from the waist down. That's a lie. I don't think I've ever been naked from the waist down for Manga Tuesday, but I definitely was not wearing jeans. I hate jeans, unless they're jean shorts. I love jean shorts. Kim asks, what is this? It's a manga question? Can't be. Kim asks, what's your favourite manga of the year? So I don't know if this means like, what's my favourite new manga that's come out this year, or just what's the favourite manga that I've read this year. I'm just going to answer it as what's the favourite manga that I've read this year, because that makes more sense as a question. It's easy to answer. The favourite manga that I've read this year, it comes down to two. It would have to be either Slam Dunk or Vinland Saga. Honourable mention to Kashi Mashi. I quite enjoyed that. And The Boy Who Cried Wolf Tells a Lie Today was also pretty good. But it's got to be Slam Dunk or Vinland Saga. My first thoughts immediately, I think maybe Slam Dunk, but Vinland Saga is really good. I think if you pin me down and spit in my eye and then give me a black eye in the other one and make me cry uncle and force me if you pin me down and force me to pick one, I'm just going to say Slam Dunk, because first of all, it's complete. It's a complete story from start to finish. Vinland Saga is still ongoing, so I don't know, we'll just say Slam Dunk. Favourite reading location? Anywhere outside. Somewhere where I can be like half in the shade, half in the sun, get a little sunlight on my very tan legs on the front, because the underside is the underside's white because I sit in the sun, but the top is black. In fact, in this house right now, there's not, like, I'll sit out on the deck, but what I really want is a spot where I can sit in the grass with the shades. So I have the grass underneath my feet, some trees to provide shade so I can fluctuate in between being completely in the shade, being in the sun to warm up, and then I get too warm, swapping back in the tree, be partly in the tree. Ooh, getting that fresh air. I spend too much time inside as is, too much time on a laptop or a phone, so when I'm reading I need to get out in the world and soak it in, man. Kim asks, do you ever take the bus? Yeah, the short bus. Kim asks, favourite Hunter x Hunter chapter so far? Oh, there's two that jump to mind. I can't actually remember the... Let me go check the exact chapter. I think there was what... I think it was... I can't, because it's not in physical release. I think 387? Wrong! It's 383. You fucking barker. Was one I really liked with... what's her name? Fugetsu. The Fugetsu chapter was a very recent chapter that's really... Oh. But, as much as I love it, I don't think it could be my favourite all. I think my favourite all would have to be chapter 317. If you know, you know. I'm not going to give spoilers, but it's by far my favourite moment in the entire series, in the manga and the anime. So 317 would have to be my favourite overall Hunter x Hunter chapter. If you've read Hunter x Hunter, you can check what chapter that is on the Hunter x Hunter wiki, and you'll know it's an epic chapter and my favourite moment. I love Meruem and the other one. Oof, I'm getting hot in this thing. My head's getting fried. Kang asks, I saw this video and immediately thought of the top furry I know, and that's you. Wrong. Then I started thinking, so now I bring the question forth, what is your fursona? I don't have a fursona, unfortunately, for you. People are so obsessed with furries, always bringing them up all the time. Hashtag Margin Furry is dead, okay? The whole me pretending to secretly be a furry arc and me pretending to be mad when people accuse me of being a furry arc is so 2000 and late. We're so over that. It's dead in the waters. It's you guys are stuck in the past. You need to move on. You need to come up with a new bit, guys. It's not funny. It's not interesting. It's over. You're a hack. You're a hack, and that's why you're watching another hack. You can't escape the hackness, but you disgust me. Anyway, Kang asks, we all know you're a furry, but I have a suspicion you might try and weasel your way out of the question by claiming you aren't. So if you are truly afraid to tell us your fursona, you can take this quiz. Yes, we're going to take a quiz. Which animal can be your fursona? Alright, let's take this quiz. Which animal can be your fursona? 12 questions, shouldn't be too long. This is a Q&A after all, so we're going to answer questions. Firstly, you consider yourself to be more feminine, masculine, neutral? I don't know. Obviously, I'm very feminine. It's already answered for you. Do you consider yourself to be an introvert or an extrovert? Despite my psychotic behavior on Manga Tuesday, I'm very much an introvert. Is this, how do you often greet/act around new people? Aggressive and defensive? Nah. Very quiet. I might not even reply when they talk to me. That's closer. Confident? No. Confident, laughing and joking around? Maybe. Slightly defensive, but I'll still be nice to them. Shy and quiet, I'll be as polite as I can to them. Probably that one, I guess. How often do you get out of the house? I mean, I have to go out to work, which, if we don't include that, maybe once or twice a year. But with that, it's like, almost every day night. I guess a few times a week is probably the closest answer. How many friends would you say you have? I feel like IRL friends, that I'm really friends with, I could put into that around that 0 to 10 range. But if I want to include my online fans, like all the Manga Tuesday fan base, then we have to go like 50 plus. But in reality, probably more like, I guess we'll go 10 to 19. That's like pushing it, honestly, you know. What is your opinion on food? I would marry food if I could. Hey, we need to lose some weight, but come on, who's saying I would marry food if I could? Food is amazing, but it hurts when I eat too much. Yeah, but that seems to imply, I don't know, it's not like an accurate representation. It hurts because I eat too much, because I eat way too much. I eat like I'm a bodybuilder. I love food, but I know to be careful, I love food, but I know food's okay. I guess I'll go food is amazing, but it hurts when I eat too much. Because I don't want to marry food. Do you collect anything? Do I collect anything? I collect everything. Have you... Wait. I have a collection of these packet things that come in beef jerky, okay? That's not even the full collection. There's more. We'll do a review, Manga Tuesday on that someday. I collect anything and everything. I'm sick in the fucking head. So what are the options here? Do books count? Comics, manga... I don't really know. I collect all of this shit. I guess we'll go this one. But I collect a lot more than that, okay, buddy. How are you with technology? Do you like it? Are you good at handling it? I can manage it, but pretty much, there's not like like pretty much average. I guess I can't do anything complex. Like, I'm not pretty interested in the idea of hacking and learning. I guess I'll go pretty much average. I feel like I'm probably a step above average, but the step above average they've got is I'm pretty interested in the idea of hacking and learning some more complex computer talk. That doesn't represent me. Anyway, we're spending too long on this, so we're going to have pretty much average. What are your religious views? Controversial question, buddy. I'm on camera. I'm an atheist. I feel like my mind is open to anything. I don't believe in God, I believe in something. There's not like I need just a purely agnostic button. I would like to believe, but so I'll say my mind is open to anything. What is your favourite colour? I like pink. I like orange, but my overall favourite colour, those are like 2 and 3. My favourite colour is green. Green. One of your family members is in trouble. How would you help them? That's none of my business. I mean, it doesn't say what trouble they're in. I don't know exactly. That seems like such a DRC answer. Like, I don't know. I don't know exactly. One word that best describes you. Brave, wise, funny, optimist, shy. I would like to think funny and wise. Don't you agree? Okay, let's see. It's the final question. I'm a goose. You got goose. From the options that you picked, it can be said that the animal which suits your persona is the geese. You're very loyal and protective. I feel like calling me a goose is an insult. And I don't really know how to even respond to that, really. So we're just going to move on. I'm going to take this off for a little bit because, it's freaking hot in here. Kim asks, have you completed every reading goal you've ever had? I don't really have many reading goals, or at least not usually. But if I did, definitely not. Too many times I let months, sometimes years, go by in the past without reading when I want to. But I feel like this year is one of the first years I've really actually sort of set some goals where I wanted to read, on average, at least one manga volume per day. That doesn't mean every single day I have to read one, but just on average. You know what an average is? You know what average means? I think you do. So on average, at least, to average 1 volume per day at least, and I'm on track to that. I also wanted to, I think, read at least 1 book a month. And we're kind of on track to that. There was 1 month I didn't, but then there's been other months where I've read 2. So my reading goals this year, the first year I've actually had official proper reading goals, I'm on track to complete my humble reading goals. I guess I've done the MS Readathon when I was a kid. I don't know if that involved writing out goals or exactly how that worked, but I did that and won like skipping ropes and raised a bunch of money for charity, which means I'm better than you. Longest manga you've ever read? Immediately I see Magi at 37 volumes, but Dragon Ball is longer than that, because Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z are not separate mangas. They're the same thing, and that is 42 volumes, which might be the longest. The question is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. All 8 parts that are complete would definitely be more than 42 volumes, but I've only read the first 4 parts, and that might be close. Are these supposed to be 2-in-1s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Are they all 2-in-1s, or are some of those 1-in-1s? I think but I mean, they're separate parts, but JoJo's Bizarre Adventure might be the longest manga I've read. If not, it would be Dragon Ball, depending on how you want to slice and dice it. We've also got Dragon Ball Super. Like, if we're going to count the parts of JoJo's together as one, is it wrong to then count Dragon Ball Super as part of Dragon Ball? But I've only read the first few volumes of Dragon Ball Super. I need to catch up, but I don't know the answer. What are you asking me questions for? Leave me alone. Kim asks, ever had Vegemite? Duh, of course I've had Vegemite. No, I can't remember the last time I had Vegemite though. It's been a while, you know. Now the key to Vegemite is you don't just eat it, okay? You want to have it like on toast or something. Maybe on a cracker you could, but you want a very light, very, very light spread. You start spreading it on thick like it's butter, which you shouldn't have too thick a butter anyway. But if you do, you know, you're not going to have a good time. Anyway, here's some Vegemite that I prepared earlier. So I'm going to do what I just told people not to do and just have a big old... No, I'm not going to have a big old spoonful because I know how bad that would be. Just a little bit. This is the epic mukbang we're talking about, so I'm going to get up close to the camera and mukbang it. I'm going to boost the audio. It's not bad. You want to smear it on your toast so it has a nice poop-like complexion. That is genuinely key. Kim asks, where do the donkey goes when there's a storm? Do they have a shed? Hashtag safety precautions. They go fuck themselves. No, they actually do have like a little shed. It's pretty small. There's not much room in it. You can actually see the shed in the Funhouse match. They also have another little shed in the other paddock across the other side, which they're not in that paddock much. But also sometimes they just, if it's raining a bit, you'll just see them like, they might not even go in there. Sometimes they just hang along like close to the tree line where they're getting a little bit of shelter, but not complete shelter. So, Kim asks, would you ever curb stomp a cunt? Interesting censoring on cunt there. I got curb stomped in the Funhouse match and in other in training matches. I'm more of a recipient of the curb stomp, but if I ever see Big Sexy again, I will curb stomp him very much so. Kang asks... I don't know how to speak. Kang asks, have you ever done a shoey? Well, I don't really drink alcohol, and that's kind of a key component of doing a shoey. That being said, you know, while I don't drink alcohol, have you ever seen a beer bong before? I've done a beer bong, but without the beer, with Mountain Dew instead. So I've done a Mountain Dew bong. I even did one with a snorkel one someone had one time. So I could do a shoey. And wouldn't it be epic if I just took my shoe off right now, grabbed the Mountain Dew, and did a shoey right here on camera? But he didn't ask me to do a shoey, so I won't. Kang asks, will you do a shoey right now? Well, I guess I gotta... No, I won't. Because I'm not wearing a shoe right now. So I can't. The only way I will do a shoey right now, if Spike, head with glasses, mails me his shoe, and then I will do a shoey out of his shoe live on Manga Tuesday. Hopefully the mail's on the way. I guess that probably won't be this episode. We'll have to do that in a future episode. I'm waiting, Spike. Then I will do a shoey. Would it have been mildly interesting if I just did a shoey right now? I don't care. I'm holding out. I'm holding my ground firm. It's a Spike shoe shoey or it's no shoey at all. Also, I don't think I have any Mountain Dew in the house or any soft drink at all. I guess I could do a water shoey. But I don't have Spike shoe here, so I can't. So we will wait. Maybe next Q&A. Maybe next week. Express postage, consider it. Holy boy, this episode's gonna be like way too long. I just need to like rush through some questions. Something you hate about Mr. Brown? Nothing. He's epic. How about something I hate about you? How dare you speak ill of Mr. Brown? Video introduction for Buddy. Buddy, the dog. The dog, Buddy. No. Spike asks, do you ever brush Boots and Mr. Brown's teeth? I have never. I don't believe anyone has ever, but they probably need it. Their teeth are disgusting. What is Boots and Mr. Brown's favourite thing to eat? Anything and everything. They're fat pigs. That's all that. One time, let me tell you a story. One time when I was over there visiting to go see them. And so I went over to the thing, but the grass was like really long at this stage. And it may have also been like at a time when it was potentially wet. I'm not sure. Can't remember. So I didn't really want to walk through all this like massively long grass. I'm not too scared of snakes, you know. I'll just curb stomp a snake. But I just didn't want to be getting all wet, and I don't know, maybe I didn't have shitty shoes on or something. But I had carrots for them, and I was like sort of waving over to calling over to them, and they're just sort of looking at me like. Anyway, they slowly start making their way over towards me, eating the entire way, stopping to fucking eat the grass the entire way, taking their jolly good, sweet fucking time. And I'm like, oh, come on. Anyway, they start getting over close, but then they get diverted as they get close because there's the water tank thing, the little water trough. So they go over there to get some water, and I'm like, oh, come on, guys. They're pretty close at this stage, but still there's the big, tall grass in between us. It's at the edge of it. I'm on the short grass part. Anyway, so they get their water, and they sort of look up at me. I'm like, hey, I'm holding the carrot up. I'm, come on. They sort of look up at me, and then they just turn around and start walking the other way, eating the whole way. I'm like, you fucking cunt. So I throw the carrot at them, just peg it over in their general direction. Lands near them, and they just ignore it and fucking keep walking off the other way, eating the whole way, the big fat cunts. So that's something negative I had to say about Mr. Brown. I answer that question later. I come back to it. Anyway, do you ever give Buddy treats? Not really treats. I give him a bit of food, but does he have a favourite one? I think he's a bit of a fatty too. He just eats anything and everything. I don't think he has a preference. He just wants it all. Spike asks, favourite song that has no swear words? That would take a long time to think about. So many options, like, where do I even begin? Also, what do you consider a swear word? Is pricks a swear word? I was thinking of Step by Step by Idea, just as one of my favourite overall songs in general. But he does say, I gave them pricks a few good words, so does pricks count? Brad Maddox got fired for saying cocky pricks. Was it the pricks part or was it the cocky part? Or did they just want an excuse to fire him? The great Brad Maddox. And no, I'm not just making a joke because of the leaks. Like, I love Brad Maddox. No, I like Brad Maddox before that. The Brad Maddox reality television show is pure genius. Episode 2 and 3 are works of art. Anyway, favourite song with no swear words in it? Whichever idea song doesn't have swear words in it. Or pick a Bob Dylan song. Step by Step I like. By idea, I like The Dive. I like Burn Fetish. And I like How Much Do You Pay? So if one of those doesn't have curse words in it, we'll take that. I also like Subterranean Homesick Blues by Bob Dylan. I don't think that has swear words in it. So one of those songs, whichever one has the least swear words, counts that. A very half-assed answer for a half-assed Q&A. That's the... whatever. Cold showers or hot showers? Obviously hot showers, although I think I have showers too hot sometimes. I try to bring it back down maybe to more of a lukewarm for the majority of the time. Although sometimes when I do have a hot shower, I will like partway through turn it mostly cold, like before I get out, or partway through and just like blast my head with cold, and it feels pretty good. And it's probably better for my skin, you know. I'm sort of falling apart. I got weird protrusions everywhere, and my nose was getting real dry at one stage, and then recently it's been getting all like red when I get out of the shower. It's like I look like an alcoholic or something. I don't know what's going on with me. I think I'm not getting enough sleep, and my sleep is too disrupted because I snore and I stop breathing in my sleep, and I eat like shit, and I'm not getting enough exercise, and my showers are too hot. Anyway, Spike asks, how does the camel become a lion? What? Spike asks, is it too late to ask questions? No. Spike asks, is it too late to ask questions again? Yes. Then Spike asks, what did you have for breakfast? I love having an up and go for breakfast. That's pretty much the only thing I have for breakfast. An up and go. If you don't know what one is, do I really have to go to the fridge and grab one? I don't really... Okay, I guess I will. I guess I'll put myself through the... Oh, I can't even speak. I suck. Ta-da! I drink one of these basically every morning. Sometimes I don't. Banana is my favourite flavour. It's the best, but I like all of them. Maybe I'm lactose intolerant and I don't know. Maybe that's where all my problems stem from. Done with these fucking questions. Spike asks, what does that mean? I don't know. Kim asks, top 5 foods. Holy shit. How am I supposed to answer that? What kind of question is top 5 foods? Like top 5 meals or top 5 like individual ingredients? Like, how do I even begin to answer that? No specific order. We'll say an up and go. We'll say chicken, just chicken, because chicken's great. We'll say potatoes. They're versatile. So potatoes. We'll say carrots. I love carrots, and you know what? Strawberries. I definitely don't eat heaps of junk food and that, but I don't even like. I eat junk food, but I don't like it. It's like disgusting. It's terrible. Strawberries. When I eat them, it's a delicacy. Those are, yeah, so that's my top 5. Strawberries, carrots, chicken, potatoes, and up and go. It's more of a liquid, really. I forgot tuna and beans, so this list is already automatically invalid. Get potato. Who the fuck would put potatoes on it? Get the potatoes out of here. Fuck you, Becky Lynch. No potatoes. It's up and go, carrot, strawberries, chicken, and tuna and beans. Wait, is that 6 then? Just tuna then. Fuck the beans. Who is this? r/masturbating kangaroo asks, Redditors, where you at? I gotta... Oh, okay. It's the trolley problem. I'm not gonna read out the whole thing because I can't be bothered. But we all know the trolley problem. 5 people on a track. 1 person on the other. You have the chance to divert. Honestly, I don't know what my answer would be. I don't know what I should do. Like, in me. But... situationally, if I ever actually found myself in that situation, I'm pretty sure my actual genuine response would be to freeze up and not do anything and not be willing to make a decision, make a commitment. I'd be like, You know what I mean? That's the genuine honesty that I would probably freeze up and not be able to do anything. Now, the question is whether I think I should do anything or not. I don't know. I am more of a... I have these sort of questions myself constantly. You know, let's say I was kidnapped and I wake up and I'm tied down and I've got two people in front of me and a serial killer. And he's like, you got to pick one of these people to die. I'm going to shoot one of them. And if you don't pick, I'm going to shoot both of them. And I'm going to shoot you. And I'm going to blow up an orphanage. So you have to pick. And it's like, how do you pick, you know? What if you know nothing about him? You just go purely by age, you know? Well, I'll save the younger one versus the older one. Okay, but what if the younger one's like 2 and the older one's like 18? It's like, okay, the younger one's 2, but the 2-year-old is barely cognitively conscious. Where the 18-year-old, they got friends, they got family, they've had experiences, and they're not exactly, it's not like they've lived the full life. So maybe in that case, you know, it doesn't, but then at what stage does it change, you know? What if it's a 2-month-year-old versus an 80-year-old? In that case, do you still, maybe then you're like, okay, but the 80-year-old, they might die in 2 years anyway. But okay, but then what if these are the conversations I've had constantly. But I cannot decide answers. I just ask the questions to myself. I don't actually answer them. So for this one, I'm also not going to answer it. Other than, holy shit, this is going to be a long episode with rambling. Not much interest in things happening. I was just looking into Plato's Cave the other day, and I only now find out it's a planet. It's more of a comment, really. Just because you put a question mark at the end of it doesn't make it a question. Can you review Naruto? Woody asks. It seems like something I could review. I think that actually, I don't know, I'm torn on whether to trash Naruto or to praise it ridiculously so. I think that's the key to success, really, is to not to review Naruto, but to review other popular mangas and say their shit, and then say they're unoriginal and say how much better and more original Naruto is and praise Naruto in reviews for other things. That's basically the Blade of the Immortal review, and its views are always rising. So I think that's the secret to success. It makes people mad. But for a Naruto only review, can I really just sit there and praise it? People might just think I'm being genuine. I hate Naruto's stupid face. I saw ads for it on Cartoon Network before I knew what anime was. And I hated his stupid face and his stupid little voice. And he's stupid. Spike asks, also would love to know where you get your ideas from. I don't really have ideas. I just do things. Mr. Glasses asks, what's the best movie from 1998 starring Jeff Bridges? Pulp Fiction. Would you ever consider shaving your whole body? Spike asks. Wow, that would help me achieve my goal of, I would be able to become a femboy Darcy then. But it would also just be a pain. Especially the beard, man. How can I shave the beard? It's iconic. But shaving, I got a lot of hair. I got hair on my furthest knuckles. On these knuckles. I got hair on my toes. I got hair on the shaft of my penis. Halfway out the penis, there is hair. So I can't be shaving my whole body. It's just too much work. So I just can't do it. Glasses asks, Boots or Mr. Brown? ¿Por qué no los dos? Spike asks, where the bitch is at? I don't know. How the hell would I know? Spike asks, sorry friend, I do the questions, you do the answers. Capiche? Oh, I capiche. Are we just about done with this or what? Spike says, I heard from great sources that the host of Manga Tuesday is queer, but keep it between you and me, alright? I can't keep it between you and us because I've just read it out loud. Spike asks, question for the Q&A, are the rumours true? No. I just pretend to be gay to get views. It's this thing called queer baiting, okay? Step 1, pretend to be gay. Step 2, Step 3, profit. I don't make the rules. I just play the game. Anyways, is that the last question? I think that's actually the last question. What a question to end it on. Does my voice sound a bit different? I still got a little bit of a cough, but it's getting a lot better. But I also haven't talked this much non-stop for a while. So it might cause me to regress. I feel a bit funny. I don't know if that's my voice not projecting the same, or if it's my ears are all weird. I've been coughing up a bit of phlegm and violently coughing up. I might have permanently destroyed my vocal cords in the past 2 weeks. Anyway, so I think that's the last question. I don't know if I missed any. I don't know if I missed any. If I did, too bad. So we might as well just end it. I don't know what the hell I'm going to review next week. I might just cancel. I'm sick of this whole Manga Tuesday thing. I'm sort of over it. So, thanks for watching. And as always, I'm just sick. Kind of. A little bit.
It's just another Tuesday. And if you were in for a spell where it falls into an order, you can help them. Well, yeah. No.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.